she's saying.
Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here we go. So the Wizards will get the first possession. And here's Johnson. Up and in on the layup. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
5 to shoot. Pass to Mourning. Sends it down right in his face.
Oh, mercy. Take his man to school. Just slams it straight through him.
I don't think the D could have been much better right there. From deep, Johnson knocks it down from distance. Johnson's gotten a second bucket on the night.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
To the middle. Knipple uses the glass on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Well, Grant, when it comes to exciting young guards who can really fill it up, Trey Johnson's name has to come to mind.
Yeah, no question about it, B.A. This kid can score in a variety of ways, and his confidence is what makes him so dangerous in this department.
Here's Johnson after Charlotte's three-pointer on the other end. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Salah. Here's Mourning. Miller outside. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
The playmaking ability of Ball. So crafty and skilled at finding his guys.
Johnson for three. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
The defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
And the basket is good. Ball's got 5 now.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
Here's Johnson. There's the steal. Oh, they get a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Coulibaly. Pass to Salah. Back to Miller. Six to shoot. Tries it from the top of the key. Rebound, Washington.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
He drops it from range. And this game is tied up now.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Well, he just looks so confident right there, and sometimes that's all it takes.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Guys?
A great passer. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Nice passing by Charlotte here. Pass the ball. From deep. Sarr pulls it in. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. They trail by 1. 27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Knipple. And the layup falls. Knipple's gotten his third basket of the night.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Johnson, and the jumper falls for him. Johnson's got 12 points in the game. And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. Hornets out in front, up by 3. We'll get right.
18.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now, that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
To the inside, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Green up top. Shot clock at 6. No good that time. Washington trailing. Pass to Heinrich. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. Outside Coulibaly. There's the drive. Oh, can't convert the two-handed jam. Oh, they pick off the pass. They push it up 4 on 3. Back to ball. Pass to Heinrich. Here's the 3. Connects from downtown. Heinrich's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Tim, you got into the NBA media very quickly after your playing days. Were you naturally drawn to this side of the game?
Well, B.A., I think I always saw the game as a coach would, trying to watch all 10 players at the same time. So for me, the ability to stay connected to the game while also talking about it and hopefully teaching people really is what's drawn me to it from the beginning.
And no suffering the L from the broadcast table.
That's for sure. You don't have to have any sleepless nights.
Pass to Mourning. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Mourning's got 6 points.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Count the basket. And the Wizards lead by 2.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
Here's Knipple. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
A knockdown shooter if I ever saw one. Con Knipple is a constant threat on the perimeter, Grant.
Yeah, Knipple is a high-level floor spacer. He has a great feel for the game and makes solid reads. Plus, his strong frame allows him to match up with bigger wings. Yeah, easy enough for the 7-footer. Sarr bringing the house down.
Stolen by Sarr. And the Wizards on the break. Down low. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
Miller outside. Pass to Mourning. 13 feet out. The rebound by the Wizards.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, I just don't think right now they're doing a good enough job of hunting the right mismatches.
A minute 15 left in the second quarter. Picked by Covington. Puts up a three. Hits a three-pointer. Covington's got his first 3 points of the game.
A volume three-point shooter. Now, Covington understands this team depends on his ability to space the floor.
Here's Miller. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
1:16 left in the first half of this game. Pass to Knippel. Here's Mourning. And he slams it in one-handed.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. 44 seconds left in the half. Pass to Long. From the arc. The putback. Out to the wing. Clock at 6. Now here's Miller. 5 points in the game. Mourning misses.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give him another possession at all.
Clock management is everything right here. Time and score are paramount.
Here's Heinrich. No good with the triple. Up in time. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Washington. They lead by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Hornets trail up by 3. Pass to Salah. Back to Ball. There's a screen. Now here's Miller. Here's Mourning. Guarded by Sarr. Now Ball. Here's Salah for the tie. Stolen by Sarr. Pass to Johnson. Back to Sarr. Hornets with the rebound.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Here's Salong. No made baskets yet. Pass to Knippel. Shoots over Koulibaly. Knippel with a bucket. And it's Washington with the ball. It's a one-point game. Johnson inside. 14 points for him. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Mourning.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Ball on the take. And Ball throws it down.
The defense leaves an opening and Ball exploits it. I mean, he can be so sudden.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Back to you.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie. Thanks a lot. Pass to Knippel. Fires the 3. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
They set the pick. Back to Johnson. Can they get it? Drills it from deep. Johnson's got 17 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So both teams making some changes here.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the third.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the third quarter here. Back to James. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. And the Hornets lead by 5.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Whenever he gets that close to the hoop, he finishes with authority.
A tremendously mobile 7-footer. Great defensive upside, Tim, for Alex Starr.
And he's still working on his offensive game, BA, but he has the potential to be a disruptive defensive force with his length and agility.
Outside Covington for the tie. And again, Washington with a triple.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Sexton looking around. Stolen by Ball. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Washington shooting their first free throw of the evening. And so now a timeout called by Brian Keith. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And it's Washington with the ball. They lead by 1. And Carrington, here we go. Pass to Messi. And he goes in for the dunk.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. James, outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. James has got 5 points.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Here's Messi. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Outside Sexton. Carries it down low. Sexton's got his first points in this one.
I love that hoop from Colin Sexton. Don't settle, young man.
Pass to Messi. Just 3 on the clock. And it's good on the layup. And the Wizards lead by 2.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. It's Washington. They're up by...
Charlotte, 44.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Now Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Pass to Knipple. Back to Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. And Knipple gets a 3. Knipple's got 20 points.
Yeah, 3 triples already for him. That's his second of the quarter. This could be a huge night for him.
The shot by Johnson, no good. Charlotte trailing. Pass to Mourning. Now Ball. Up top, Miller. To the paint. Here's Solo. Ball left side. Here's Mourning. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And Washington with possession. The kick out to Johnson. Picked by Covington. Back to Sarr. Pass to Johnson. Takes it inside. Sarr controls the rebound and the putback. And the Wizards lead by 3.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Miller outside. Here's Knipple. Here's Mourning. And that one is stuffed right through.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
It's Johnson with a drive.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
And they have left the defense scrambling because they have found success in the paint, which has allowed them to play inside out.
Ball with it. Oh, no good on the layup.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Brian Keefe was saying to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, we're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall. Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Outside ball. All alone. Nice. That one's good.
Good heads-up play by Ball. He sees an opportunity to create and executes on it.
Koulibaly with the rebound. Wizards leading by 5. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Heinrich.
Obviously, Alexander Sarr's stature grabs your attention, but he's stronger than he looks, too. And that can be a pretty dangerous combination if he learns to use it right.
The Hornets making a switch here. So he gets them both. And it's a 7-point game.
Well, adding these extra points is a huge difference this late in the game.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. The 11-footer. Tries from 19. Ooh, it doesn't go. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Washington. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Koulibaly drives in. Oh, he can't get the layup.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where everything is going to have to go your way.
Ball fires. Buries it from outside.
Pressure's on, but it seems like Ball is not feeling any of it.
And here's Johnson. From deep. Not that time. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ball. Phenomenal focus by Ball.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throws.
On the court.
Here's Salone. Outside ball. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
So it's a narrow victory for the Wizards, pulling out the W. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Thank you for joining.